So I'm just making a video here on Rekordbox 5.2 with my new DDJ 1000 and mixed media playlists. All right, so I've got mixed media, MP3 and MP4 playlists working in Rekordbox 5.2. Surprisingly, it was a lot easier than I thought. So here we are showing I'm using 5.2. As you know, on Rekordbox, if you have your videos, and I haven't put all my videos into the where I am now right now, but basically on your videos here, all your videos show up with the little video attribute. However, if I come back up to my playlist, let me get attributes back on. If you notice in these playlists, all these songs, these are just some ambient videos which are in the playlist, as well as if I get down to over here, you'll notice certain songs like this, believe it or not, in a video playlist are actually movies. So it was actually quite easy to do. And of course, yes, I've been doing a lot of elementary school dances, so I just have fun with what I'm playing. So really easy, a couple things is I'm using, I'm on a Mac 10.10.4 Yosemite, as well as all my music is on an external hard drive through iTunes, and all your videos must be MP4s. If you have them as M4V, you can just go to Finder and rename them MP4. I do have a handful of purchased videos that I switched over, but personally all my videos come from Extendamix, and so for whatever reasons they're tagged as home movies in iTunes, but it still works if they're tagged as music videos or any of that stuff. So basically, it's quite simple. I use an older version of Rekordbox, 4.1.2, which is the last version available on the Rekordbox site that is pre-video. Which by doing this and adding your videos through here, it allows you to have mixed media playlists. So very simply is, let's just grab something here. So I have some test things. I haven't done all my videos yet, but let's just grab just a random song. There we go. Let's do this. So what you have to do, unfortunately, you need to delete your MP4s out and re-import them. So if I look here at the info, I'm not getting summary. Basically, if you look at these are MP4s, and in the older version, you can treat them just as music. They will play, they do whatever they need to do. However, we are going to delete out these two Rihanna tracks, remove from collection, done, and they're gone. When I go into iTunes, I want to get to my videos, and let's just find those two, which would be We Found Love. So these are the two video versions. The other one I want to do is actually turn off the auto analysis, just because I don't feel like 4.1.2 analyzing my files. I'm going to let that analyze the newer one. And very simply, I just take the songs from my iTunes, drag them, and throw them into the collection there, and now they show up. So now, when I quit out of here, if I go back into Rekordbox, this is the 4.1.2. If I go back into Rekordbox, the new version 5.2, you'll notice down here in my just added playlist, I did a bunch of the other ones, but there are the two Rihanna tracks. So now I'm going to do two things. A, because I don't have the you lose your video attribute, which allows this to work, is I'm going to, basically I've used a color tag of purple, so then I know it's a video, and once I analyze the tracks, boom. It just takes a minute to analyze, but however, once they're done, you'll see that basically you can take the tracks and drop them into a any folder you want, basically. Over here, you got your other stuff, but let's go. You can move those wherever you want. You can actually put them into your, boom. They can go into your auto mix list. They can be loaded to a deck. Sorry. And of course, once you play it, boom, it is a video track. And the other nice thing about doing it like this is, of course, if you go to export mode, you won't be able to export the MP4s, but now they actually show up. As you can see, I've done my Zs, Ys, and Xs, and a few other ones just to test them out. But as you can see, you could actually go through and use your export mode for preparing tracks, which is actually really sweet for if you want to add a few things that you can get your hot cues and loops on really quick for that way. So I've done just a few to test out. I've been testing around for the day, and I'm going to be doing the rest of the songs tonight and let my laptop go out for the night. Alright, so I've done my complete import here. Sorry about that. I'm using my phone right now just because I'm actually analyzing everything. I have just over 7,000 videos. It's been going for about a half hour, so whatever. Probably take about 14 hours or so. And just to add, as I'm adding the videos from iTunes to here, I find Rekordbox only likes to do around 2,000 or so at a time. So for your initial import, I recommend doing them in batches of about 2,000. Close the older version of Rekordbox, reopen it to clear the cache, and then load in the next 2,000. So a bit of a process to get the initial batch of videos in, but after that, normally my weekly uploads of videos is only, a few. At most it might be 20 or so videos, so not a big deal. But yeah, just analyzing away, and yeah, all those little purple things are in a video playlist of a smart playlist that is anything that's a video of an MP4, so pretty happy about that. Alright, so first impressions after having this out to a school dance this afternoon. It works fantastic. Did a 3-hour school dance on this flawlessly. The platters, the CDJ platters are amazing with the touch being pressure instead of touch sensitive. Everything else for layout and stuff, it's a Pioneer stuff. So any Pioneer stuff you jump on, I was on the SX2 to get onto this, is very natural. Some small minor changes that as you know, the looping's up there instead of down on the bottom, but honestly it only takes a couple seconds to get used to, and as well as the onboard effects are just work fantastic. Really like them, getting them all set up. The pad effects works great because you have actually 2 pages of pad effects that you can put in of all your stuff. And just a couple other things that I've never seen in any of these review videos yet that I want to share with you guys. The plug that comes with it, as you know, it's not an IEC, it's their Pioneer whatever little adapter thing there. But at least they didn't do the wall wart like the SX2 and stuff. They gave you kind of the transformer, and then you just got to a regular plug. And the only other thing is the USB that came with it did not have the ferrite connector on it. So I use my other USB that does. And I just want to also show you a few other settings that Rekordbox now has with the DDJ 1000. When you get into the settings here, you got your normal settings here, your BPM syncs, auto loops. On your displays, you can choose the brightness of the rings and brightness of the display, as well as artwork, cue scope, time remaining. And what really made me happy is when you actually get to the master output for the DDJ 1000, you actually can select mono or stereo, which has been kind of a very necessary option for Rekordbox, because there's many events I do that I do need to play in mono just due to the layout of the room. So you get the mono stereo for that, as well as you have a limiter for your master and your microphones, and yeah, so that works out pretty well for that. But overall, initial impressions is I'm pretty happy with this. And as you know, on the pad modes, you can actually now set up your pads to be whatever you want. So you can make your own pads of what they are, and you actually have 16 per pad with the page shift button. So got to be messing around with these to start changing around what these can change to, and get some new templates, and that's going to be a little bit of fun. But so far, really happy that I do have, as I said, videos mixed in with MP3s, as you can see, MP4, and my regular playlist right up here. Thanks for watching, and any questions, please post them below. I'll try to get back to you. It's been busy, but I will try to get back at my quickest time possible.